Hello people, what is going on? It is Tuesday. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope everyone is well in the world. What a week, right? What a weekend, and what a last sort of 72 hours it has been in the West Ham community. From Mohamed Kudus looking like he's going to get a huge ban, to Lopetegui in, Lopetegui out, to people saying that this is what they wanted, but this is not what the manager that they wanted. I'm here to talk about the real reasons of why this has gone the way it's gone. Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV and hit that notification bell. Goes a long way, really helps me out. Last season, there was the cries from the Moyes out brigade in regards of got to get Moyes out, got to get Moyes out. But what they failed to understand is David Sullivan runs the show at West Ham. He always has, he always will. And no Tim Steidel or no data analysis mob are going to change that. I understand it from last season that it wasn't good. They wanted a change, yeah, and that is right to be like that. Me, I was happy for the change because the toxic environment at West Ham was not good, but I couldn't get my head around where people was knocking the trophy to have a go at the manager. Yeah, they call it the third tier trophy, and it's like it's a piece of shit when West Ham don't win nothing and hadn't won anything for 43 years. Now, for me, that trophy will stay with me forever. Yeah, I've got a photo up there of that famous night in Prague when they won that trophy, and that will stay with us forever as supporters of the club. Now, some people might downplay it like it's a piece of shit because of the manager, but then some people will cherish that moment and enjoy that moment until their dying days. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, the reason why it's people saying be careful what you wish for to a point is we didn't know what was going to get served up. Now, Lopetegui for me is a cheap, cheerful signing, and I said it on Spaces last year. I said, watch this because it wouldn't surprise me if Lopetegui turns up. Right, we're not going to get these high-end, top-end managers. The problem is now is if you go and chuck Lopetegui out, which I'm going to be honest, I don't trust the process on this one. I don't believe in this geezer at all. David Sullivan is still going to pick the manager. He's still going to pick the manager. No, Tim Steiden's going to be picking no manager. And I think people need to understand that. Yeah, Tim is a paid employee who gets paid by David Sullivan. Yeah, David Sullivan runs the show, turns around and says, right, I want him in charge. And he always goes with his tried and tested and trusted individuals. Do you know what I'm saying? When I look at it right now, yeah, the fan base is slowly starting to go back to how it was last season, which is a shame to a point. My opinions on Lopetegui are this: that I don't believe that this man's going to get us to where I believe West Ham should be. Now, for me, West Ham should be a top 10 side competing for Europe. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for top 10. I don't believe he can do that. I believe this man is one-dimensional. I believe he's stubborn. I believe he's trying to do 3 or 4 things at once when West Ham need this over a period of time. But then it all goes back to the appointment of Lopetegui to a point. When you are getting a man in on a 2-year deal for a project, this is not a project for me. This is a gamble. West Ham United have gambled on Lopetegui to get him into Europe to appease the fans to a point. Now, if Lopetegui would have started off like a train, everything would have been rosy. He would have been playing dynamic football and looking amazing. I don't think no one would be bothered. I think where we've seen poor performances, player performances being poor, it feels like the wrong appointment at the minute, and that all goes back to David Sullivan. Do you know what I mean? Whether you was Moyes in or Moyes out last year, yeah, whatever side of the fence that you was on, this appointment isn't a next level appointment, and this is a manager that basically could self-destruct us as a club to a point. You know what I mean? We've worked our way up to a standard. Now the standard seems to be dropping. I don't think it is acceptable in the slightest for West Ham to finish in the bottom half from 14th downwards. I don't think it's acceptable. For me, when people use the phrase about Moyes, oh, we was fighting relegation for the last 2 years. We was fighting relegation, but we was always going to be safe. Yeah, because there was always worse teams than us, right? and we always had enough firepower to get out there. A bit like this season to a point, right? At present, I'll win a relegation fight. We might be in the next 3 games if we don't sort ourselves out. Do you know what I'm saying? When I look back at them times, they were very toxic, very toxic. Yeah, and they was at a time where it was just you say anything positive about anything, you was a lover. Yeah, but I was the only one that always said on this channel, right, all the time, you can take David Moyes out, but he is not the problem. The man at the top of the mountain with the Russian wearing out is the problem and always will be the problem at West Ham. Now it's okay. Don't if you want more if you want Lopetegui out, sack him. Don't like get the banners out. Yeah, get it on social media, get it on YouTube, get get the trending, Lopetegui out. But I don't think people realise that the man who is at the top of the mountain is the man who dictates the play, and you're just going to go and get another mediocre manager. Now, David Moyes done something that no West Ham fan could see coming at all. Consistently in Europe, and at the end of that journey to win a trophy. Yeah, did he deserve to go in the end? Yeah, I think he took us to a standard where was at that standard, and we needed to press on to the next level. Now, I have not got an argument with anyone wanting that. I haven't, not at all. Yeah, I believe that if you wanted that, fair play, because that's what I want. Yeah. What I did have an argument with is when people used to downplay the achievements of winning that trophy like it was a piece of shit. Yeah, with no other British team has won it since. Tottenham have been in it, Villa have been in it. No one else has won the trophy. Now people will turn around and say, "Well, it's like they don't take it serious." Yeah, well, why not? That's not our fault. Do you know what I mean? We did take it serious. We went unbeaten in that competition, and we won the trophy at the end of it. For me, as I say, I always believe that Sullivan will always be the problem at West Ham. Now I'm going to play you a clip from the 10th of January this year. I done a video with Frankie. You know who Frankie is. He appears on Hammer's Chat. He's been on this channel. Decent bloke, Frankie. Yeah. And we was having a Q&A sesh, me and him, and he asked me a question. Now I'm going to play you the clip. Let me know what you think.
Paul, one question for you here. You said that you want West Ham to be the best West Ham they can be. Do you believe that David Moyes can deliver the best that West Ham can be, or do you feel that needs to be somebody else?
I think it needs to be someone else, but I do think it needs to be someone else under a different owner, frankly.
Yeah, mate, I can agree with that.
Right, that is the problem, because I just feel Steiden can go out and pick any manager he wants, but will Sullivan allow him to pick that manager that he wants? Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't trust Sullivan, mate. I never have done. I'm a bit on that with him. Yeah, I look at Moyes. I think Moyes has outdone anything that he's ever done at a club, and I think he's doing pretty well in what he's done. But I don't know. I with Moyes, no, but I don't trust Sullivan, and that's. Now, that was me back in January saying that. And I made it quite clear that Sullivan, you can get rid of Moyes, but Sullivan will always be the problem at West Ham. Now, what I can't understand, and I really can't understand this, is where's the venom and where's the anger towards Sullivan? It seems like when the going gets bad, all the banners come out for GSB, get Sullivan out the door. If you want change at West Ham, yeah, you get rid of Sullivan. Like you force the hand of Sullivan, yeah, because Sullivan will always serve up shit. That's always going to do is serve up shit all the time. Now, you ask for change, you get change, then you're not happy with change. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think Lopetegui is going to go anywhere anytime soon. I don't think he's going to go anywhere this season unless the results go really, really bad. Now, that's a problem for me because you've got a manager in there that could take us backwards to a point. And if we go backwards this year, we're losing everyone. We're losing Alvarez. We're losing Kudus. Paqueta's probably going to get banned. Yeah, it could be a mess at West Ham before too long. And to round this sort of video up, you need to understand something. Yeah, for how much anyone screams about getting Lopetegui out, the first person that needs to be gone is Sullivan. And I don't know how many more times I'm going to say it. Yeah, this is like deja vu at West Ham all over again. You've got a manager in Pellegrini that come in. You've got a manager like Lopetegui that come in. You need to get rid of Sullivan if you want to be the team that you want them to be. Because Tim Steinman's not picking no manager. Mark my words on that. Yeah. And I will have punts on that with anyone. He's not picking no manager, mate. Do you know what I mean? Sullivan will always do it. He's old school. He doesn't buy no one out of a contract at all. We all know it. You just got to believe it and say, he ain't buying no one out of a contract, mate. Yeah. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Yeah. Tell me your thoughts. I want to hear honest thoughts on this. Yeah. If you believe what you really believe. And I don't care who it is. Yeah. And I will look at the comments. I will publish the comments and I will hear the comments. My final thought on this situation currently right now is there's only one problem at West Ham, and it always will be one problem at West Ham, and you have to force the hand of him out, is David Sullivan. It will always be David Sullivan's basically little toy, and he will always have the final say. Now, people said to me, what about Kadinsky? What about Brady? Yeah, but Sullivan runs the show. We all know it. If Sullivan doesn't like something, he ain't doing it. Simple as that. And Steiden, I'm a bit mixed on him to a point. I'm not going to lie. He's getting himself way too involved with the players when it should be down to the manager. Like, even at the weekend, he's in the tunnel talking to the players. You should be in the fucking stands, mate. Like, your job is to scout players and recruit talent. Your job's not to advise players when they're about to walk out in a London derby against Tottenham Hotspurs. It simply isn't. So I'm a bit mixed on him. And also, I am going to say this. I'm going to say it quite openly. He needs to be criticised and all. Steiden. Because how you can leave a midfield so light is beyond the joke. It is seriously beyond the joke. Is anyone telling me James Ward-Prowse would make this team worse? Far from it. Yeah. We've got nothing in the middle of the park at the minute, and that's a frightening thing. Yeah, because teams know this, and they're just going to play ball straight through the middle of us, and we're going to be under it to a point. Now, I need Lopetegui to prove me wrong. That's what I need. I need Lopetegui to prove me wrong and prove to me that there's a plan here. As far as I am concerned, right now at West Ham United, there is no plan whatsoever. There's none. This is a gamble. Now, what it is, whether it's a 2-year deal, what happens in a year's time? What happens come August next season, when the start of the season, do you give Lopetegui another year to try and work it out, or do you look elsewhere? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think Lopetegui is going to take us anywhere near to the top 10, even top 8 to a point. Yeah, I think we'd be lucky if we finish 12th at this rate, because we're not competing with any of these sides. We're getting outplayed in games, and the next 3 games, possibly 6 games to a point, we could be without Mohamed Kudus. Now that is a problem in itself. It really is. So, as I say, let me know what you think in the comment section below. My final thought on this video is this: David Sullivan will always be the problem at West Ham. And people say, well, you can't get Sullivan out the door. It's funny, isn't it? All the banners come out for GSB when they don't like the manager. The banners should be out permanently. Them banners should be out permanently on every away game. I understand it on every home game because they get confiscated and stewards come in because Sullivan's got it sewn up at the LS. But away from home, the GSB flag should be out and getting them out the door. Do you know what I'm saying? This is not a dig at the board, but I hate this board. This board is, and I hate Sullivan with a passion. Now, people will say I've got an agenda with Sullivan, possibly, but I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong on this one, because he will always buy and go for the cheap option because he's old school and he does not believe in buying people out of a contract. It's as simple as that. Anyway, that's my video for today. Hope everyone is all well in the world. Yeah, wherever you are, keeping well, keeping healthy in life. West Ham at the minute, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And I'm hoping it ain't 10 steps back, because if it is, then we're going back to the old days of just being that 12th place club, play good in certain games, and that's it. Do I want to be entertained? No, I want to win. I want West Ham to win games of football and be the best that they can be. Yeah, if I want entertainment, I'll go to the pictures. Do you know what I mean? Or I'll go to the greyhound track and have a few punts. With West Ham, I want them to be the fucking best. Yeah, the best that they can be, because we're not at Upton Park no more. We're at Stratford. And my argument to anyone who said about that is this: when you leave Upton Park, we left for a purpose, to be the best that we can be. We never left to just be entertaining. Yeah, so I expect West Ham to be the best that they can be, and I'll hold that. You don't leave your spiritual home of over 100 years just to go to a 65,000 seater stadium with home and away fans mixing with each other. Yeah, rival fans sitting in the home end for entertainment. You simply don't do it at the end of the day, and that's not what it's all about. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves, and above all else, each other.
Hype, 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 hype.